Yeah, this shit is crazy at this point. So yesterday I woke up and I saw a video with a young lady who was talking about the hardships in Nigeria. And I'm not even going to lie, it brought tears to my eyes because I could relate to every single thing she said. And as of today, the world wants to judge her and they want to put her in a corner and pretend as if she did such a bad thing, saying she insulted the president and everything. First of all, calling a president terrible is not an insult. What we're going through is the insult right now. They try very hard to take away our freedom of speech, our freedom of existing, while killing us with so much work that life these days is not sweet anymore. You know, we really try every day to wake up and say, you know what, God, the day is in your hands and whatever happens, happens, and we go about our business. But when I tell you, life is not sweet anymore. And this is based to the new government. So who are we actually supposed to cry to? And then the worst part of it, it's just like you're beating a child for no reason, beating them constantly, morning, night, next day, next year, every single moment, and you expect them not to cry. You even go as far as telling us like, oh, we're not allowed to make certain comments on our WhatsApp, which is a private app, or our Instagram or Facebook. If not, we'll face consequences, we'll be arrested or whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? So we should not cry anymore. We are dying. We're dying, and I'm sorry, she made a very valid point that everyone is trying so hard to pretend that they are doing okay or they are living great, but that's not the situation. And then what even pisses me more is not even the fact that she made the video, it's the fact that if you look into her comments, you have stupid people saying, oh, well, if life is so hard for you, move back to the village. If all of us decide to move back to the village, how much space do you think there will be? Life is unrealistically expensive. When I moved to Nigeria in 2019, I was not even spending 500k a month. And that is with me sewing my boo-boos, feeling nice, going for dinner. I never spent so much money. And now in 2025, from 2024, my bill went to close to 2 million in 2024. And in 2025, which is just 3 months, I'm getting closer to 3 million, 3+. And I'm not buying clothes, I'm not buying shoes, I'm not buying anything. This is just basic maintenance. We don't speak about petrol that I used to buy 4 jerrycans of 30 liters for less than 20,000 before. And that is with 4,000 naira tips. I was paying about 16k in 2023. And now in a week, I spend almost 200k. And this is with running my generator in the night. Because they act as if electricity is for fucking free. It's not free. I load my meter every month for 100k. It doesn't even get me anywhere. There's no lights. There's constantly problem with a feeder or transformer or TNT. I'm so sick of it. They act as if it is free. So we try very hard. And then the worst part is if you have business and you need to send files and you need internet in the daytime, you have to run your gen. That's almost 30k for the daytime and then 30k at night. That's 60k a day. It doesn't even make sense. And we're just trying to survive. We're not doing anything spectacular. We're not living large. And tell me now, who are we supposed to blame? I went from buying my hair product in 2019 December for 2,500 for hair oil. Now that same hair oil in 2025 is 26,000 naira for one hair oil. Let's not talk about eggs that used to be 800 naira per crate. Now is 6,500 or more. In fact, the same eggs in places like Delis, which in fact, God bless the people that can afford to go there, is 19,000 a crate of egg. Which, how? Everyone is shutting down. Everyone is shutting up because we are so terrified that, oh, if we come out to say something, we are going to be sanctioned for freedom of speech. Remember, the government is for the people. The government is not supposed to be for themselves. They are not supposed to take over our whole lives and then leave us hanging. And then, yes, the truth is that a lot of people are still faking to be comfortable. Bro, how? I used to be able to buy a ticket for $1,000 something to go home. Now, if I want to go back to Romania, I'm spending for me and my daughter over $10,000, which is insane. This is without spending money. 10K should be able to help you have a good time in a place. You can't even do that anymore. And let's not talk about half of the things that break down on a daily basis. So even if you have a target budget for the month, oh, your osmosis broke, your water broke, the floor broke. The other last Sunday, my floor flooded. You know how much money I had to spend just to fix that? We're not even talking like we used to be able to save money. You work 30 days a month, or how many days you work. Even on the weekends, you're still working. And then you come back home and you can't even save a dime to say, okay, this is for emergencies, because all that money is going back into society, and you tell us not to vex. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? Because I am so irritated, and even I want to cry because it doesn't make sense. Tell me why me, without buying Gucci's or Prada's or even going to restaurants, is spending almost 3 million naira on just maintenance. Like, tell me, how is that even possible? And you're telling us that you will be whipping us with koboko, and we're not supposed to cry. We're just supposed to shut up and take it, because this is how. And what makes me angry is every single day you see them announcing, oh, we gave 7 point something billion to this, we did this. No one is seeing the benefits of the money you guys are spending. The politicians are taking this money, taking it away from people. There's no infrastructure. The town really smells like shit. Like she said, even if you want to go take a walk, you cannot comfortably go take a walk in Lagos, because number one, you're scared somebody is going to rob you. Number two, it is hot as hell. Number three, there's nowhere to go. You took away landmark from us. The only place, tell me where you can even take a child to entertain her in this society. There's no beach anymore, except you're going to Aja, which is so far away, which by the time you consider the petrol you're going to use to get there and back, you're like, you know what, let's just stay home. The home is becoming suffocating, because come on, you might have a gorgeous house, but there's nothing else to do. And then at the same time, you tell people, oh, don't keep your children too much on the internet. What else is there to do? There are no national parks for you to go to. There's no little walkway for you to pass that you would feel safe enough to go. Everywhere smells like shit, for real. How? The sewage is every corner you walk through Lagos. The sewages are green. How? And you tell us not to cry. There's nothing I hate in this life more than an APC person approaching me, I swear to God, because every time they open their mouths, they give me a reason to hate them more. They're like, yeah, but the government is doing great. The president is doing great. Great where? Where? We are suffering while you guys are flying in private jets, enjoying your lives to the max, spending money that we can't even talk about. And then on top of that, a few days ago, out of all the laws you could make, you're like, oh, we're going to ban pornography. How? How is that affecting you? How is that affecting you? I personally don't care about that, but with all this suffering going in this country, people want to relieve their stress somehow, but they can't even do that right now, because you guys have turned it into something else where you've taken all the power, forgetting that the power is for the people. You've taken all our rights. What else do you want? You should as well just start killing people right now, because at the end of the day, what do you want from us though? And then another thing that people love to do is go on the internet and at least relieve that stress in some form of fashion. But no, MTM will mess you up. I load my phone with 20 gigs, which is 6.5 now, I think. Every 2 days, every day. The other week, I spent that same 20 gigs 3 times, and I didn't even get my data. So even the small relaxation we get to go on the internet, we can't even enjoy it no more, because you guys take everything. I don't think there's 10% of rich people in this country. And yet, oh God, you guys just take everything. And then you have the audacity to shut down someone that's called someone terrible. I wish someone would just call me terrible, because I won't even take offense to it. But come on. And people, like, the worst thing that could have happened to Nigeria is the last protest that happened. People were so scared because they intimidated us with guns and everything, so no one wanted to come out. But I think we are at that point where we need to step up and say, no, this is not like, I'm sorry, even in the days of slavery, people had to sacrifice certain people to stand up for the people, because if not, look at it. We are dying. There's no reason why someone is working almost 24 hours a day. You can't even sleep in cool air. And they tell you to shut up. They tell you to delete your videos because you don't have power. Like, come on, yo. Like, when is it going to stop? Because even for me, it a choke. It a choke. I can eat, but how long, though? How long? Do you think you can eat in a year from now going like this? Like, let's be real.